So the OnePlus 9R has some exchange program going on. So if you have a OnePlus Nord, let's see how much you get. And also let's talk about if it's really worth upgrading to the OnePlus 9R from the OnePlus Nord if you already have this. So you can see you are getting about 15,000 rupees. I don't really recommend exchanging this because of a couple of reasons. One, you might actually get a better value or price if you sell it outside, and also another important thing is there is SBI card offer where you get 2000 rupees instant discount. Also you can get some no cost EMI options as you can see here, so that is about 1500 rupees worth of savings as well. But if you choose the exchange program, then you cannot avail this SBI offer. I mean, you cannot combine these two offers as the minimum transaction value for this SBI offer is 32,000 rupees. So it's best not to take the exchange offer, rather go with the SBI card offer. I'll drop a link in the description, you can check it out. Also, if you're worried about the limited 5G bands, OnePlus could possibly roll out an update enabling more bands. As you can see here, there is a conversation or a chat where the OnePlus customer executive kind of confirms this, but this is not an official statement. Let's hope OnePlus makes an official statement about this, which is much appreciated. So let's talk about why you should or should not upgrade, or how much of an upgrade this is. So let's start with the build. Definitely the 9R will feel more premium when you hold it in the hands because of that aluminum frame versus the plastic frame on the OnePlus Nord. But practically speaking, if you use a case, it may not really matter much. On the negative side, you don't have the wireless charging or the IP rating, which could actually feel like a more functional immediate upgrades. But on the positive side, you have the dual speakers with Dolby Atmos and that faster 65 watt charging, which is pretty good. If you look at the display, the OnePlus Nord already has a beautiful AMOLED display, and even if you compare the specs, the 9R is slightly bigger, but very marginal differences in terms of display. As you can see, the resolution and stuff, the 90 versus the 120 Hz transition will not be as dramatic as, let's say, the 60 versus the 90. Well, the 120 Hz is obviously smoother and better, but if you already have a 90 Hz refresh rate, it may not feel like a substantial or a dramatic upgrade like the 60 to 90 or 120 Hz refresh rate. More importantly, there are no additional features like the MEMC chip to interpolate extra frames to give you that smoother video experience, but that's not really there on the OnePlus 9R. So one of the main reasons to get the OnePlus phones in general or the 9R is the software experience. The Oxygen OS is one of the best skins out there in terms of that clean software experience, but if you already have a OnePlus Nord, you already enjoy that, and it works pretty good on the OnePlus Nord, so there is no novelty factor here. But the single most important factor to upgrade to the OnePlus 9R is obviously the performance. The Snapdragon 870 is a lot more powerful than this 765G, which is a mid-range processor. I mean, the newer Cryo cores, the higher clock speed, the better GPU, and the better modem. So these are some of the huge upgrades, I would say, in terms of overall performance. So if you're after that raw power and flagship performance, obviously the 9R proves to be a much better phone in terms of the performance over the OnePlus Nord. But really, I didn't have any issues with the OnePlus Nord in terms of performance. Whether it's gaming or day-to-day activities, it's pretty good. But if you want that extra performance, get the 9R. But another important thing is the camera. I mean, this is very marginal and incremental upgrade over the OnePlus Nord. If you look at the primary sensor, they are almost the same, the metric to metric, you can notice with slight difference, same sensor, but the only difference that you find is the wide angle. I mean, it has that 16MP camera, so obviously it should take sharper images. But yes, you do have the macro lens and the monochrome lens. I honestly don't really care about this personally. So looking at the primary sensor, I would say it's a very incremental upgrade over the OnePlus Nord. And the OnePlus Nord also has the OIS support, in case you're wondering. So I would say stick with the OnePlus Nord happily for about a year or so and look for a more substantial upgrade in the form of the OnePlus 10 or maybe 10R, whatever it turns out to be. So that's been it, guys. If you found this video helpful, please like this video, also subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.